Hey guys, all right, today I have a 60-minute Pilates reformer workout for you. I'm calling this one Pass the Ball. Okay, so this is gonna be our prop today. Make sure your ball is on the smaller side. I think this is a 6 or 7 inch ball, somewhere around there. Okay, and it's not all the way inflated. You want it a little bit squishy. That's gonna give it a little bit more traction when you're holding onto it behind the knee, between the ankle, inner thigh, wherever we have it. You wanna be able to have some nice grip on it. Okay, so mine's not all the way inflatable, it's a little squish, okay? You're gonna need your reformer box and you want that alongside the reformer. So I have mine long or short box style if you were to put it on the reformer, but short box next to the reformer, all right? I have mine, if you're looking at the front of your reformer, on the left, okay? My jump board is up and ready to go because we're gonna start with jumps today. And I've got my springs on one glute, which is one light spring, all right? So any sort of reformer you have, if you've got one spring on, that's probably perfect. So we'll start right there. And of course, as you flow through this workout, if a spring doesn't make sense to you, it feels too heavy, it feels too light, this is your workout. You do what you need to do. You are always welcome to change it. Okay, these are my suggestions to you, and this is what I'm doing in my workout, all right? So we're gonna start on our back, all right, with that ball in hand, and we're gonna start with jumps. So come all the way down. You can have your headrest up if you'd like it up. Okay, so just reach back and kind of prop that up. All right, shoulders against the shoulder blocks. You want that ball right between the ankles to start, okay? So nice little grip. If it's not all the way filled up, you'll be able to hold on to it a little bit better. Arms down by your side. Okay, we're gonna lengthen all the way out to 2 straight legs. Now you want those feet somewhere around the middle of the jump board, nice and flat. Okay, we're on a light spring, so you're gonna feel like you're floating a little bit. On your exhale, you're gonna bend both knees. Do not let your heels or your toes peel up. And on your inhale, you're gonna send it out for 1 jump. Good. All right, you guys, so full range of motion jumps right here. We're starting to think about our neutral spine right off the bat. So on one light spring, you have some hang time. All right, so that jump board or that carriage doesn't come back real fast. All right, so we've got to use that core to hold those legs up in midair. So I want you to maintain that neutral spine, which means ribs are not allowed to open up. We need to keep those ribs closed. Tailbone's heavy. Little lift in the low back. It's very small, enough for my fingertips. Okay, my ribs are closed, and every time I leave, I'm pulling that belly button up between my shoulder blades. Good. Nice light grip on that ball. We're not squeezing the depth out of it. Okay, and every time I land through the ball of my foot, through my toes, and then I roll down to my heel. That's the same way I leave. Okay, roll off the heel and off the toes. I hop off those toes. Good. Arms are long by the side. You're here for 6. We're gonna add a little lift and lower in 5, 4. Good. Last 3. Notice that my hips, my pelvis, all that is neutral. It doesn't change. Last 2. All right, on your next one, you're gonna add a little lift and a lower to land. Little lift, lower to land. It's not big, okay? It's just above that jump board, your little lift. Good. Inhale to leave, exhale to land. Now, if you have any sort of abdominal concerns, okay, you had diastasis, you've had abdominal surgery, the abdominals are just not strong yet, okay, you can absolutely exhale as you leave, if you feel like that gives you better control of holding those abdominals up and in. Good, you guys. Excellent. You're here for 6. Last 5. Good, you've got 4. Notice my lift is very small. Last 3. 2. All right, we're gonna go into straight leg jumps. So on your next one, you're gonna pause for just a moment. Straighten those legs out once again. Now this time, we're not gonna let our knees bend. We're gonna inhale, roll onto the ball of the foot. Exhale, roll it back down. Inhale, lift the heel. Exhale, lower. Now, you're gonna add a little hop. Same movement you just did, okay, but now we're adding that hop. Excellent, don't let that ball go. If we were in class and and I had you there. I'd get your ball if you dropped your ball in the springs, but you're gonna have to get it yourself today, so try to hang on to it. Good, heels touch down every time you land. Now, straight leg jumps. I always hear my low back hurts when I straight leg jump. Okay, it should not hurt. Okay, there's a lot more tension on that front wall. Okay, so I want you to think about really tightening up that belly button, pulling it up and in when you leave that jump board. Okay, keep those ribs closed because if they open at all, you're going to grip with your low back, and we don't want to grip. Okay, so we want to hold those ribs closed like a book. You're here for 6. We're going to hop side to side in 5, 4, last 3. Good, you've got 2. Last 1. Now on your next one, you're going to pretend there's a straight line right down the center of your jump board. You're going to hop to the right and hop to the left. Hop to the right and hop to the left. Good. So the challenge here is, again, not to bend those knees. All right, and also to keep the pelvis quiet. Okay, so we're shifting those legs right past the middle of that jump board. Pelvis is quiet. Hip bones, those ASIS bones, stay shining straight up to the ceiling, and we're maintaining that neutral spine. Good, you guys. Good, keep it going. We're here for a little while, so I know that core is going to be all fired up and ready to go. Good, you're here for 6, 5, 4. Good, last 3, 2. Last 1. And bring it right back to center. Now, last thing, I want you to bend those knees, grab the ball. The ball's going to come between your palms. Reach those legs out nice and long. Okay, from here, we're going to go into some scissor jumps, but first I want you to just get back into that full range of motion. Exhale, bend both knees. Inhale, take it out. Okay, that ball is up over the chest. Good, you guys. Excellent. Now, we're going to take one ab curl, and we're going to hold it. So on your next jump, you're going to pause for just a moment, straighten those legs, exhale, curl the shoulder blades up off the carriage, bend, and jump. Good. Now we're going to start to add that little scissor kick. So on your next one, we're going to lift the left leg, pass the ball under, and then the right. Good. And then the left, and then the right. Yes. Good. So you're holding that ab curl. My heels touch down every time I land. And we're just passing that ball right underneath that leg that lifts. Yes, you guys. Landing on both feet every time. Good. 2 straight legs in the air. Good, you guys. This is it. We got 6. We're going to move on from here. 5. Last 4. Good. You've got 3. Last 2. Last 1. Woo, I passed it the wrong way. And bring it all the way in, you guys. All right. Ball is going to stay in your hands, but first, we're going to also grab those short loops. All right, now you're still on that one light spring. You're going to stay there pretty much all of class. There's going to be one point where we change it. Okay, so you've got your short loops in your hands, and that ball is going to start in your right hand as well. Okay, you're going to bring those palms so that they're at underarm height, just above the chest. You're going to bring both legs up into tabletop. Now my shins are parallel to the floor. My knees are over my hips. Okay, they're going to stay that way. My knees are 4 inches apart. So legs are straight off those hips. From here, we're going to exhale as we curl into an ab curl. Pass the ball under the legs to the left hand and then down. Good. Inhale, curl. Pass under those legs and back down. Good. So you're finding that ab curl, passing that ball underneath those legs that are in tabletop. Okay, and we're maintaining lots of length on that front body as we curl so that chin stays away from the chest. You can think about tractioning the spine up and back for that lift. Just the tips of your shoulder blades lift. Woo. All right, you guys, keep it going. Things are getting warm in here. Good, passing from hand to hand. Try to keep those knees directly over the hips. All right, we got 4 more. 4. Good, last 3. Good, you've got 2. Last 1. All right, we're gonna change it up. On your next one, you're gonna curl, but we're gonna scissor the legs. Pass between and bring it back down to that pent position. Bring it up, scissor the other leg, pass. Good, so you're passing underneath that leg that's higher, okay? Same ab curl, and bringing those legs back to that tabletop position, which is start. Good, you guys. Firing up that core pretty heavy. You got it. Keep it going. Good. We got 6. Last 5. Oh boy. Good. Last 4. Woo. 3. Can feel that heat in the body. Good, you guys. Last 2. Last 1. All right, now we have a little different here. We're going to pass and hold that scissor. So you're going to pass the ball, hold the ab curl, hold the scissor, and we're going to scissor those legs for 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring it all the way back. Same thing, other side. Scissoring, left leg goes high. We pass the ball, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2. Inner thighs just brush right by one another. Pull it back. 2 more times, you guys. Scissor, right leg is high, pass, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring it all the way in. Last time, you guys, last time. Exhale, scissor it up. Left leg is high, pass, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2. And bring it all the way in. Ooh, those abdominals, holy cow. All right, ball can be on your chest. Hopefully it won't roll away from you. Okay, we're gonna get set up for some side lying work. So or not side lying, not yet, my bad. We're single leg and straps, so stay on your back, okay? You're gonna take your left foot in the long loop. So the right one is hung up, left foot, long loop. Stay on your back, okay? If your headrest is up, that is fine still. We're not going to go into any short spine stretch, not yet. Okay. Ball is going to come right between the ankle again, or just a little bit lower than that calf. All right, from here, we're going to find our neutral spine position. So, hip bones, ASIS bones, that bony landmark at your hip. Both sides shine straight up. If they are tilted back, that's no good. If they're tilted forward, that's no good. Okay, so we want them straight up and down. Tailbone is heavy in the carriage. That little lift in the low back is present. Ribs are closed. Arms are long by your side. We're going to hold that neutral spine. So if you want to hold on to your pelvis to start and make sure it's not shifting, that's not a bad idea. Okay? Notice my legs are already a little bit forward because that's my neutral pelvis. All right, from here, we're going to inhale as we lower down, hinging down, and then we're going to exhale as we bring the legs back up. Good. Now the challenge here is to keep the right leg, which has no resistance at all, moving with the left leg. We want them to move together. Good. That ball helps to connect the inner line of the leg all the way up through that pelvic floor and low belly. So we're connecting those lower abdominals. That pelvis is remaining quiet. If you feel like you've got stability there, you can bring your arms down by your side and work like that. Good, taking that nice simple hinge. Good, you guys. All right, making sure I don't forget any layers here. Because you know me, I like to layer a lot. Good, you're here for 4. Last 3. Good. Last 2. On your next one, we're gonna hinge to that lower position. So from start, hinge it down on your inhale, hold. Now from here, both knees are gonna bend in, legs come to tabletop, and then with flexed feet, we're gonna take it back out. We're gonna exhale, bend the knees in, stop them over the hips, and then from the back line of the leg, we're gonna send that strap out. Right leg is moving with the left. So at this point, you may be feeling that right leg a little bit more than you're feeling the left leg, which is completely normal because it has no support. Okay, it's hanging out there all by itself. So that right psoas muscle is being taxed quite a bit. Okay, I want you to keep pulling the belly button and the ribs closed so that the core is working for you and not just those hip flexors turning on. Good, let's go for 4 more. Good, think about that long length. Inner thigh reaches right past that ball and out the heel. Last 2. On your next one, you're gonna hold those knees bent. Good, straight over the hip. From here, from the back line of that leg where the glute and the hamstring meet, it's a little pulse. 1 inch out and 1 inch in. Tiny little pulse. Okay, I know it's not a lot of weight, but you don't need a lot of weight for this one. Good, stabilizing, keeping everything from that, keeping that pelvis from moving. Okay, keeping that right leg moving with that left leg, that's not easy. Pull that belly button up and in. Good, we got 6. 5, 1 more layer here. 4. Good, last 3. 2. On your next one, hold those knees bent. Now I'm gonna unfold my legs up and fold them back to tabletop. Unfold at the knees and fold it back. Good. Isolating everything, stabilizing with the core, keeping that pelvis quiet, and bend. Good. Light grip on that ball. Ooh, we got 4. Good. We're going to be moving on to some sideline work, some hip opener. 3. Good. Last 2. And last 1. And bring it all the way and grab that ball. Unhook that strap. Okay, we're going to be coming onto our right forearm. Keep the ball in your hand. Okay, so you're going to turn. Right forearm is going to come up against those shoulder blocks. Now the long loop in front of you is going to come around that left thigh. Okay, so you're going to take that long loop, move it all the way up around the thigh above the knee. All right. We're gonna sit with those knees bent just in front of the hips, okay? And that we've got nice long length out of the right waistline, and that right shoulder is directly over that right elbow. We wanna stay lifted. That ball is gonna come right behind the left knee, okay? From here, inner thighs are gonna start closed. Now, we're not clamming, because I'm gonna ask you to lift your ankle and your knee together. The whole leg is gonna lift. All right, so from here, left arm can go up to the ceiling if you want a little less stability, or it can be down on the carriage. Okay, your choice. We're gonna take that top leg. We're gonna open and close. Open and close. Now, you wanna get into a position where that left hip is stacked right over the right hip. Okay, core is pulled up and in, belly button is pulled up and in, and that whole leg, the ankle, the knee, the hip, all moving. Good. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Good. So that lift is not changing the position of my pelvis. My pelvis is quiet. Okay, so I don't want you to roll back or roll forward. I'm going to stabilize the pelvis with the core. Good, just opening up that leg, that top leg. So kind of like a clamshell, we're just not keeping those heels or the inner line of the foot together today. Good, last 4. We're going to open up the hip next, so we're going to be sending that leg back. Last 3. Good, you've got 2. Good, working on those hips today. The hips, the glutes, the abs. All right, on your next one, You're gonna bring it down, and now we're gonna lift it just a little bit, just a couple inches away from that right inner thigh. Okay, from here, you put your left hand on your hip. We're gonna open up that seat crease. So we're gonna flex the left foot, and we're gonna press that leg back so that the knee comes straight off the hip, and then we're gonna bring it forward. We're gonna press it back, opening up the front hip, and then bringing it back. Good, so open up, lengthen that psoas muscle right through that inner thigh and out the knee. Staying lifted out of that right shoulder, we're not collapsing. Good, I got a nice light grip on that ball. My ball feels like it's gonna drop actually, but that's what you want. Okay, we don't wanna squeeze the life out of it. It should be a nice connection point, a little tactile cue. Good, opening up that front hip as much as you can, keeping lots of length on the waistline as we do this. All right, we got 4 more. 4, oh, there goes my ball. Keep moving. Last 3. I'm gonna pretend it's still there. Last 2. I knew it felt like it was slipping. See, I knew that. I knew it was going somewhere. On your next one, you're gonna hold the press back. My left foot is still flexed a lot. From here, we're gonna pulse it up, up, up. Little lift. You should feel the top side, that glute med right there. That little lift. Good. Keep that belly button pulled up and in. For 6. Last 5. Don't worry, you're gonna feel that glute a lot more. Last 4, 3, 2, and bring it all the way in. All right, that strap is gonna move towards your foot, okay? So I'm gonna just unhook for a second and grab my ball because I lost it. So you stay where you're at. That strap is gonna move towards your foot. All right, so you wanna take that long loop to the left foot, arch of the left foot. Okay, now, you have a couple choices. If you don't want to be on your forearm anymore, you can take that ball and you can just lay your head down on the ball, okay? Or, I'm gonna stay up on my forearm, but I'm gonna bring that ball underneath my right waistline. Okay, so it's gonna be a little reminder to stay lifted. All right, now, my right knee is gonna stay bent, and my left leg is gonna lengthen all the way out towards the jump board. Foot is flexed, all right? So right here, stacking the hips, pulling the belly button up and in. We're gonna start with that left leg, okay, and we're just gonna start with a little lift and lower. So it's a lift up and down, little lift and lower. So from the top of that hip, okay, we're lifting that flexed foot. My heel is straight off the hip. Good, that ball is reminding me to stay lifted. Good, we got 4. It's about 3 inches up and down, that's it. Nothing big, nothing too big because we don't want to collapse that waistline. Good. Last 2. All right, on your next one, you're gonna hold the ankle, knee, and hip at the same height. Keeping that foot flexed, we're gonna take the leg forward. Good, the toe will point slightly. And then we're gonna really flex that foot and bring it back. Good, we're gonna allow the top of the foot to open up just a little bit. Good, bringing it forward for that sweep, and then we're gonna flex it and bring it all the way back. So I don't want you to lose your strap. So you don't need to overly point that toe forward. You want the ankle, the knee, and the hip to remain at the same height. Okay, that's quite a challenge because that leg's gonna get tired and we're gonna wanna dump. Good, I want you to stay lifted. Good, you guys, keep it going. Woo, those sweeps, they get heated up real fast. All right. We got 4 more here. Checking out my layers, making sure I don't forget anything for you guys. Good. Last 3. Woo, we got 2. Don't go anywhere. Stay with me, you guys. I know it burns. All right, let's go 1 more because I forgot where I was with my count. Bring it back. Okay, straight off the hip. That leg is going to bend forward, so that knee, bend it forward like you're sitting in a chair, and then send it all the way out. Woo! Bend that knee forward, and then take it out. Good, you guys stay with me. Come on. I know it burns. Keep that knee up. Don't let it dip towards the floor. Ankle, knee, same height. 4. Good. Last 3. Woo, guys, we got a pulse coming up. Last 2. All right, on your next one, you're gonna hold that left knee bent. Little pulse from the back line of the leg. It's really small. Keep that ankle, knee, and hip same height. Don't leave me, you guys. We're here for 6, 5, 4, 3, one more layer, 2, holy cow. All right, on your next one, send that leg all the way out. Oh boy, all right, that leg is gonna go internal, external, internal, external. Good, internal. On your next external, I want you to hold it there. Hold that leg externally rotated. We're gonna lift up, up. Good, don't let that pelvis change. Keep those hips stacked. Okay, inner thigh is shining a little bit more forward. Those toes are shining a little more up. But we didn't roll back on our hips. No, we didn't. We're here for 4, 3, 2, hold. Take it internal. Oh my God. Pulse it up, up. Toes are shining a little bit more towards the springs now. Don't let that change your pelvis. Yes, that leg should be trembling like crazy. You're here for 4, 3, 2, and bend it all the way in. I don't even think I can bend it in. Good, you guys, nice job. Take off that strap. Woo, we're coming into jumps. All right, so for this one, okay, that ball can stay underneath the waistline. Again, you have the option of placing it underneath your head if you want to get off that shoulder for a minute, okay? I'm going to stay up and keep that underneath my waistline. Okay, so I'm getting into this. We're a little shoulder workout as well. All right, so you're gonna leave your springs on that one glute. Right knee stays bent, left leg is gonna go long. Okay, so I want you to, again, stack those hips. All right, after this one, we're getting off of our side. Okay, so we're not here that much longer. Make sure those left toes are shining forward. We're gonna start with full range of motion jumps. So we're gonna exhale, bend that left knee. Inhale, take it out for a hop. Good, so same rules apply here when we jump on our back. You want to get that left heel to make a full connection with the jump board. Okay, left knee tracks with big toe, second toe. All right, so you can take a look, take a glance there, make sure that's where it's at. Good, that leg is coming straight off the hip. We point that toe as we leave. I want you to think about that left inner thigh reaching for length. Good, now if you're up on your forearm, I want you to recommit to that long length on both sides of the waistline. Even if you're down on your side, okay, I'll show you that too. If you're down here, okay, I want you to pick up that right waistline so that it's not dumping into the carriage. Okay, you want that waist to remain lifted. So we've got length on both sides. Good. Keep it going. Get back into position there. Good. All right, we're here for 4. We're going to add that little lift and lower. 3, 2. On your next one, that top leg is going to go up and down to land. Up and down to land. Do you feel your right booty? See, that's interesting, right? The right side, it's stabilizing. It's working so hard to keep the pelvis stacked, to keep it quiet. Okay, so that leg's gonna be smoking when we get to it. All right, but let's not worry about that yet. Let's just nail this right here. Good. I'm lifting about 2 inches up and down. That's it. My heel makes a connection every time. We're here for 4, 3. Last 2. One more layer, guys. One more layer. Good. On your next one, we're going to alternate our landing. Next landing, externally land, and then back to parallel. External, back to parallel. Good. So that femur bone is swiveling at the top of the hip so that that leg can get into that external position. Okay, and then back to parallel. But it's not changing the position of my pelvis. That swivel does not change my structure. So I hold that pelvis quiet with the core. Good. Nice, you guys. Keep swiveling that landing. You're here for 4. Oh boy. Good, you guys. Last 3. Good, you got 2. And last one. And bring it all the way in. Okay, both booties are done. All right, we're coming up onto this box now. Before you go anywhere, add on a heavy spring. Okay, so I've got a blue and a red on my reformer, a blue and a red. Okay, 2 springs if you're on another brand of reformer should be fine. The added spring is really just so that carriage is a little bit more stable because now we're gonna be standing a little. So, I know I'm facing away from you on this one, but I think you'll be able to get a good idea of what I'm doing. Your right knee and shin are gonna stay on that box. Your left foot is gonna come onto the carriage, okay? So I'm in a staggered kneeling position. That ball is gonna remain between my hands, and my right toes are now gonna turn under on that box. So I wanna get in a position now where my right knee is under my hip, my left knee, the one on the carriage, is in front of my ankle, tracking with big toe, second toe. Ball between the palms. Okay, so we're gonna press on that ball, hands at the chest. From here, we're gonna find a hover. So we're gonna lift with our inner thighs. On your inhale, you're gonna hover and set it down. Good, it's a little lift and lower. So I want you to think about squeezing your inner thighs. Okay, those inner thighs are your suspender muscles. Okay, that's psoas, that runs up along the spine. We're lifting those suspender straps for this hover. Okay, that's it. Squeezing on that ball helps us remind us where our midline is, that midline connection. Good, you're gonna feel that left booty turn on quite a bit. Good, we got 4 more hovers. 4. Good. Last 3. Good, you guys. You got 2. Whew. All right, on your next one, we're gonna hold that hover, hold and breathe. Good, you've got that left glute, that left sits bone reaching away from that left knee. Inner thighs are pulling up and in for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, set that knee down. Okay, now we're gonna come into a step up. All right, so it's gonna look like this. On your inhale, you're gonna step up, whoo, and come into a little arabesque, and come back down to your hover. Good, little arabesque. That left leg is tired, right? My left leg is tired. And up. So you're finding that little lift. I gotta get into it. Maybe I'll stop talking to you guys for a second. Good, that left leg is tired, so it does not want to arabesque. Whew. All right, I'll find it, hold on. Good. Find that lift, there it is. All right, I got it, finally. Good, so you're connecting to that left side, all right? Woo, shifting our weight into the carriage is not easy, okay? I'm still having a hard time finding because that leg is so super tired. Good, keep working. You got it, even finding that little lift, there we go. I should be looking up. Okay, so you want to drive your weight into the carriage and find that staggered kneel every time you come back down. Good. Pelvis needs to lift together. Okay, mine doesn't want to right now. Whew, there we go. All right, we got 4 more. Good, up in that cardio a little bit. Last 3. Whew. We got 2. All right, on your next one, you're gonna hold that arabesque. Hold it right there. Left knee is soft. We're gonna take those arms and reach them overhead, and we're gonna pulse it up. Woo! Pulse it up, up, up. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and bring it all the way back down. You guys, don't go anywhere. Last layer right here. We're gonna find that hover and hold. One more time, make sure that left knee is still behind your toes. Find center, squeeze on that ball. On your inhale, we're gonna hover 1 inch off that box, hold. We're gonna pulse right here. Back of that left leg. Hold on to it, squeeze that ball for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and set it all the way down. Okay, let's hope my right leg works better. Right leg is not usually as good for me, so we'll see how balance goes when we get there. All right, coming onto the carriage with the box. All right, so you want to take that box, short box style, move it right on there in front of your shoulder blocks or over your shoulder blocks, wherever you need for space. My carriage is pretty long, so in front of the shoulder blocks works good for me. I'm also very short, so you're gonna hook your left foot under that foot strap. So make sure your foot strap is ready to go. Okay, draw that up. Left foot is gonna come under there. Now, we're gonna find a half lotus, okay, on that box. And we're gonna lift up into that foot strap. Now, hopefully your jump board is not in the way, okay? I'm pretty short person. You can always take your box over the shoulder blocks. It's gonna give you a little bit more space to lift up out of that foot strap. Okay, I have space to shift my body. Okay, you wanna lift from the side of your leg, the top of your hip. So, my left foot is horizontal, okay? Or inner line of the foot's parallel to the carriage. Lifting up from the side of my ankle into that strap. And now once it's there, I'm not gonna let it move anymore. Ball's gonna come between the hands and we're gonna find our best diagonal, okay? So we're gonna lengthen out that left side body, find your very best diagonal line. From here, those arms are gonna lift overhead and hold. Okay, now if that's too aggressive, you bring them right back to the chest, but we're gonna start lifting them over the head. From here, we're gonna curl up through that left waistline. Inhale to lengthen back out. Exhale, curl up. Inhale out. Good, so it's a little lift and a lower. Good, I want you to think about length. Okay, with that ball overhead, it's kind of easy to remember that. Make sure that ball is just in front of your forehead. Okay, so that we're not opening the ribs still. And I want you to think about still keeping length on that left waistline as you curl and lift. Okay, so it's not a crunch. Again, you can think of me pulling on your head as you try to curl. Good, lifting into that foot strap. You're here for 4. Good, side of the leg is facing up. 3. Whew. Last 2. All right, last 1. Hold your diagonal. Bring your hands back to your chest. From here, we're gonna rotate towards the headrest and all the way back to center. Good, twisting from the waist. Pelvis is quiet, hips quiet. Good, can't see you. Twist and back. So we're isolating that twist to the waistline. Yes, you guys, keep it going. Left ribs to that right inner thigh for 4. Ooh, lots of length. Think about spiraling up a barbershop pole. Last 2. Good, you guys. Last 1. And bring it all the way up. Ooh, boy. Good, that hip. That left hip, right? All right, now, we're gonna come prone on the box. So, to get there, you want to, before you get there, that ball is going to come between the knees or between the lower inner thighs. Okay, so just above the knee, somewhere around there. You're going to come onto your stomach. So for me, the best way to get into this, in my position, okay, is to bring my knees down in front of the box and then lay down on the box. Okay, once you're there, I'm going to use my jump board and I'm going to wiggle so that my chest is just off the edge of the box. Okay, balls between the inner thighs. Now, from here, I'm going to grab onto my straps, okay, but I'm going to choke up. So I've got my metal carabiners in my hand. You just want to choke up past those loops. All right, we are still on, I think we're on a red and a blue, so my bad. Don't get all comfy. Don't get all comfy. Take off that red. Take it off. So you're back to 1 blue. Sorry, guys. You're all in that weird position, and then you got to change your strap. Okay, so 1 blue. Make sure the chest is off. Choke up on those straps. Ball between the inner thigh. Okay, we're going to lengthen out. Okay, those straps are going to pull down and back. So from here, I want you to think of eyes on the well of the machine. Knees are going to stay bent. Okay, you got a light grip on that ball. From here, We're gonna draw those arms up and back with a back extension. Legs are gonna go long. Exhale, curl, lift, extend the legs, and bring it all the way back to start. Good, shoulder blades are down and back. Extend the legs, reach, and bring it all the way back. Bend knees. Good, extend it out and back. Good, and down. Good, so you're pressing the pubic bone into the box to get that lift. Good. Now, on practicing this, I absolutely dropped my ball several times, so if it goes again, that's why I don't want you to squeeze that ball for dear life. Okay, I want a nice light grip there. I want you to think about pulling those straps down the back body, lengthening out of the waistline. Good, you guys, let's go for 4. Good, that glute will contract as you lengthen out, find that back extension. Last 3. Woo. Good, you guys, you got 2 more. All right, last one. We are gonna take one more for a hold. On your next one, okay, we're gonna lengthen out and we're gonna hold everything long. From here, you're gonna squeeze that ball for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and bring it all the way back in. Woo, okay, hook up your straps, hook them up. All right, bend those knees, let them come down in front of the box, grab your ball. We're gonna go for that side flexion on the other side. All right, so turning. Does not matter what your springs are on, so leave it on that blue for right now because it doesn't matter because we're not gonna be moving the carriage. That right foot is gonna be underneath that foot strap, okay? Left leg is in a half lotus, and you wanna lengthen out. Now, once, if that jump board is off already because of the other side, then great. But you wanna make sure that you can get some nice length. A straight right leg is what we need, okay? So make sure that foot is horizontal. You're lifting from the top of the hip, and we're gonna find our best diagonal line right up through that right side body. Shoulders are down and back, they're square to the right side. We're gonna take that ball, and we're gonna reach that ball up and overhead. Okay, if that's too aggressive, you bring it back to your chest. Here we are. From here, we're gonna inhale, lift, and bring it back. Let's switch that breath. We're gonna go exhale, inhale as you reach long. Exhale, bring it up. Good, inhale, lengthen out. Good, lifting up into that strap. Not gonna let it wiggle. My pelvis is quiet, everything is stable. Good, working right here. Focused, intentional movement. Woo! All right, you guys. And let's go for 4. Make sure that ball is just in front of you. 3. Whew, everything's shaking. Good, last 2. Let's go one more. On your next one, hold that long line. Bring that ball back to your chest. And from here, we're gonna hold that diagonal. We're gonna exhale, rotate. Let's take that inhale. I keep telling you the wrong breath. And then exhale back to center. The inhale as you twist is going to give you space to that vertebrae. And then all the way back to center. So we're isolating the twist from the waist, the rib basket. Okay, pelvis doesn't change position. That right leg should be tired from stabilizing. Lifting up into that strap. Good, you guys, we got 4 more. Inhale as you twist. Exhale back to center. Good, last 3. You can't see my shake, but it's there. Good, last 2. And let's go one more, guys, one more. Twist. And bring it all the way up. Okay. That right side, I told you it's gonna get tired a lot faster. All right, we're gonna take that box down to the side of the reformer. So, short box, let's hope mine fits here. Yes, just barely. Just barely. Drop it. There we go. All right, so you've got that box down on the side. Short box style as if it was on the carriage. Okay, so it's horizontal. Hook on that red spring. This is just so that the carriage Doesn't move too much. So I've got a red and a blue, a heavy and a light, okay? We don't want it to go anywhere, all right? So left or right foot this time is going to be on top of the carriage. Left knee and shin are on the box. Ball is going to be between the palms, okay? And we're going to turn those left toes under. You want to make sure that that right knee is tracking with big toe, second toe just in front of the ankle. Left knee is under the hip, okay? From here, we're going to start with those hovers. So inner thighs are going to pull up along the spine. We're going to exhale to prepare. Inhale, lift, and lower. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Good. Pressing into that ball, reminding yourself of where that midline is. Good. Thinking about those suspender muscles, those inner thighs pulling up along the spine, and then we release them. Good. Pull it up and lower. Good. It's a lift. Good. Here we are. All right. For 4 more. 4. Keeping that whole foot connected on that carriage. Last 3. Good. We got 2. Last 1. Set it down. Your next one is a hold. You're going to inhale, hold your hover, hold and breathe. Squeeze into that ball. You're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Right heel is heavy. 2. Set that down. All right, here we go. We're going to come up for that arabesque. All right, so my balance is probably going to be a little shaky on this one. All right, from here, we're going to find that lift, that hover, find your balance, and take it back down. Good, you're coming up. Lift, and down. Good, it's not so bad on this side. All right, you know why? Because we haven't done all that sideline work yet. So it's not totally exhausted. Good. So, find a focal point. That's going to help you. Okay, you want to shift your weight into the carriage. Remember, that arabesque, it's very teeny tiny in Pilates. We're not trying to shorten the low back. We want to keep it nice and long. So it's not a big high kick, okay? We're just contracting a little bit more through the glute, lengthening out that left inner thigh. Good. Loading that right leg a little bit more. Good. Feeling connected to the midline though, and that's why that ball is there, to help find that connection point. Staying centered. Good. We're upping that cardio a little bit too. Good. This side is definitely better. Good. We're here for 4. Woo. Last 3. We got 2. All right, you guys, on your next one, it's going to be that hold. So we're going to lift and we're going to hold that arabesque. Good. From here, we're going to take those arms up and overhead. Squeezing on that ball, we're going to pulse up, up, up. We're still not shortening the low back. Okay, it's a little extra lift. Good. Right knee is soft. It is not locked out. Good. You're here for 6. Woo. 5, 4, 3, 2. On your next one, whoop, set those left toes down. Come back to your hover. Let's set it down. Let's set it down. Then we'll hover. Okay, I forgot. We did take a reset. All right, from here, exhale. Inhale. Find your hover. Find your hold. Squeeze that ball. Pulse. Right there from that right sitting bone. Inner thighs pull up along the spine. You're here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and set it all the way down. Whew. Okay, all right guys, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to those sideline jumps. Now, we're gonna be working on that right leg still. So take off that one red spring and keep the blue. All right, you want that one blue spring on or that one light spring. You're gonna come onto your left side. Now remember, you have 2 choices. That ball can either come underneath the left waistline or it can come down on the headrest and you can lay on the ball. Okay, either way is fine. I'm going to be on my forearm because that's what I did on the other side, so we want to repeat the same movement. That waistline is going to remain long either way, whether you're lying down or whether you're up on your forearm. Left elbow underneath the left shoulder. That right leg is going to lengthen all the way out against that jump board. All right, so right away, you want to make sure that that right hip is stacked over the left hip. Belly button is pulled up and back between those shoulder blades, and that ball, we're not resting on it, okay? It's reminding us to stay lifted. All right, from here, right hand on the hip. We're gonna exhale as we bend that right knee. Inhale, take it out for a little hop. Good. So that inhale breath is gonna lengthen us out. It allows us to leave that jump board. Every time I land, my heel makes a full connection to that jump board, and then it's not invited to pop off until I'm ready to leave again. Good. All right, we're keeping that ankle, knee, and hip same height. Core is tight. Good. Starting with just that full range of motion jump. All right, we're here for 6. We're going to add that little lift and lower in 5. Good. Last 4. 3. Last 2. All right, on the next one, you're going to add that little 2-inch lift. Up and down to land. Little lift and down. Now remember, that little lift is not big. That's why I say 2 inches, because I want your pelvis to remain stable. Waistline is lifted, whether you're on your forearm or laying down, you've got little space underneath that waistline. If you're up on that ball, you're lifting up off the ball. Okay, we're not resting on it. Good, you guys, this side is gonna heat up really fast. It's already there, right? It doesn't wanna do this. Good, but we're gonna get through it together. Yes, we are. Woo. All right, you guys. Last 6. We're gonna alternate the landing in 5. We're gonna go external and parallel in 4. Last 3. Good, you've got 2. Last 1. On your next one, we're gonna land external, and then we're gonna land in parallel. We're gonna land an external rotation, and then back to parallel. All right, now, remember, it's the job of the femur bone at the top of the hip. Okay, that's how that leg connects into the hip. We want to rotate the femur bone, not the hips. So the hips are remaining quiet while we swivel that femur bone around in the pelvis. So we're lubricating that hip socket quite a bit today. Quite a bit, right? Doesn't want to do it anymore. It's lubricated enough. Good. Keep it going, guys. Good. I like to burn you guys out. That's just my way. It's just what I like. It's what I like in my own body. So I know that there's a few other people out there that like it too. Good. I know I'm not for everybody, but we're going to work through this. We're here for 6. This is it. Last 5. Woo, we got 4. Good. Last 3. Keep that pelvis quiet. I know it doesn't want to be. Last 2. Gonna move on to that leg and straps. Last 1. External. Back to parallel. And bring it all the way in. Woo, boy. All right. That ball's going to stay underneath the waistline, or again, you do have the option of laying down. So if you did whatever you did on the other side, try to repeat on this side. Okay, we're going to take that long loop that's right in front of you, and it's going to come around that arch of the right foot. Oh boy. Right, I can feel it already, just putting the foot in the strap. All right, we're going to lengthen that leg all the way out. Okay, nice long length. I want you to reach that leg straight off the hip for that jump board. All right, now, forearm is down. You're lifted up out of that left shoulder. Balls under the waistline. Remember to lengthen up and lift out. Okay, from here, we're going to start with that little lift and lower. Straight up and down. 2 inches up and down. Good, so you're lifting from the top of the hip. It's not big. It's very small. Small and controlled. Good, the waistline is long, the core is tight. If the core is tight, it's going to help you move easier through this movement. I know it doesn't feel like it right now because the booty's already on fire, but we're going to get through it. Good, you got 4. We're going to go for that sweep. In 3. Last 2. Whew. All right, you guys. On the next one, you're going to hold that ankle at hip height. We're going to sweep that leg forward, flex the foot, bring it back. Now you're only going as far forward as you can to maintain structure with your pelvis. Okay? So if all the way in front of the hip does not work for you, you don't go that far. Okay? You only go as far as you feel comfortable. Good, you guys. Flexing that foot to bring it back. Woo, we got 4. Last 3. Good, you guys, stay with me. Last 2. I know it doesn't want to do this. I know, mine doesn't either. Good, last 1. Woo, hold it right there. Now, keep that ankle up there. We're going to bend, knee in front of the hip. Inhale, extend it out. Good, exhale, bend. Inhale, extend. Good, guys, you got this. You got it. Stay with me. Good, if you need to reset, go ahead and do that. Good, but then get right back up there and into that movement. We got 4 more. Woo. Good, you guys. Last 3. We got 2. Oh boy, is it shaky. Good, last 1. Oh wait, 1 more. We hold that bent knee position, little pulse. 1 inch out and 1 inch in. It's coming from the back line of the leg, right? I know it has no choice. It has no choice. You got it. Good, hang on to it. Keep that ankle and knee lifted. For 6. Woo! Last 5. You've got 4. Last 3. Last 2. Don't collapse through that shoulder or into that ball. Woo! All right, take a moment. I need to take a moment right here. If you need to take a moment, take it with me. Otherwise, you are lengthening. Here we go. All the way out to that straight leg. Now from here, we're going to go external to internal rotation. External to internal. So again, swiveling the femur bone from the top of the hip. Woo! All right, the next time you're in external rotation, hold it there because you're going to pulse up, up, up. Little lift and lower. Oh my goodness. All right, here we are. Yes. For 4, 3, 2. On your next one, hold it there. Internal rotation. Holy cow. Here we go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and fold it all the way in. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. That strap, I shouldn't have taken it off because it's coming right back up around that thigh. Okay, but if you need a minute, take a minute, stretch it out. All right, that loop is coming around that right thigh now. We're going to do that hip opener, guys. We're getting so close to the end. All right, so stay with me. I know everything is burning and cramping. All right, that ball is going to come behind the right knee. Now, for this one, I do want you to be up on your forearm, okay? So, if you've been laying down, come on up. And you're going to have that ball right behind the back of that right knee. Knees are bent off the hip, right in front of the body. Hips are stacked. Belly button is pulled up and in, okay? Now, that right hand can either be up in the air, okay, or it can come down to the carriage for a little more support. It can be on your hip, wherever you feel comfortable. All right, from here, ankle and knee are going to lift together. It's a lift and lower. A little lift and lower. This actually feels good right now. All right, opening up that hip a little bit. Good. Now, what I don't want you to do again is to rock the pelvis. Pelvis is stable. Okay, so we're clamming, but we're not keeping the inner line of the foot glued together today. We're letting that whole leg lift up and down, but we're not rocking back on those hips as we lift up and down. Good. Stay lifted out of that left shoulder. I know that's getting tired too, especially if you've been up on your forearm this whole time. That's a lot. I know, but it's a good workout. It's a good shoulder workout too. Lots of stamina and stability right there through that shoulder girdle. Good. Keep it going. Woo! All right. We got 4. Then we're going to go for that hip opener. We're going to press that leg back. Last 3. Good. You've got 2. All right. Last 1. On your next one, you're going to open it up just 2 inches. Flex that foot a lot. Now, we're opening the front of the right hip. Take that ball back and bring it forward. Okay, open up the front of the right hip and bring it back. Good, pelvis is still quiet. Everything is quiet. I lost my ball somewhere around here on the first time. All right, so hopefully I can hang on to it this time. We'll see. Good, we're not squeezing the ball for dear life. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Keep moving. If you lose it, I don't want you to get out of this movement. I want you to keep moving. Okay, ankle, knee, hip, same height. Good, last 4. Good, you've got 3. At least we're consistent, right? I lost it on the other side, I lost it on this side. I think around the same time. Good, last 2. Good, on your next one, you're gonna hold it back there. Hold it there. Front of the hip is as open as possible. Hips are still stacked. We're gonna pulse up, up. Little lift and little lower. Tiny little movement. Good. Right into that glute. Need you to feel your left hip just as much as you feel your right. Good. You're here. For 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, and fold it all the way in. Oh boy. All right, take that strap off, hang it up. We gotta get that ball back because we've got that supine single leg in strap. Okay, so you're gonna lie down on your back. You're still on that one blue spring. Lie on your back. Okay, now from here, your right leg is gonna come into that long loop. Right leg, long loop. Okay, right foot. Ball right between the ankle, above the bony part of the ankle. Okay, right above that. And you've got a nice light grip. Shoulders up against the shoulder blocks. All right, now we're gonna find that neutral pelvis. So I want you to find a spot where those hip bones are shining straight up towards the ceiling. Now, if I let my feet be directly over my hips, my tailbone has lifted and my hip bones have rolled back. So I'm in a posterior tilt. That is not what we want. You want a neutral pelvis and neutral spine. So tailbone down. That shifts my legs forward. Hip bones shining up. Little tiny lift in the low back. It is very small. I'm not mashing my low back. Ribs are closed. From here, both legs are going to move together. As we inhale, lengthen those legs down for a hinge. Exhale, bring them back to neutral. Inhale, lengthen them down. Neutral is that start position where those hip bones stay shining up. Good, my hips are stable, they're quiet, the pelvis is quiet. Good, core stabilizes the pelvis so that belly button is pulled up and back. Good, now if you feel like you can maintain that stability, bring those arms long by your side. Challenge here is to keep those legs moving together because the right leg has quite a bit of support with the strap. The left leg has no support. Good, that ball is reminding us to stay connected to the inner line of the leg. So all the way up through that inner thigh, which connects to the pelvic floor and low belly, that psoas muscle that runs up along the spine. Good, keep it here. Good, you've got 4 more hinges. Exhale as you bring it back to start. Last 3. Good, you've got 2. Good, last 1. Good, now on your next one, you're gonna lengthen those legs down to that lower hinge. Hold it there. Now, I'm gonna bend my knees like I'm sitting in a chair. Knees bend, they stop over my hips. And then with flexed feet, I send those legs back out. Good, they bend, stopping over my hips, and then I send them out from the back line of the leg. Bend, good, and extend. Good, keeping that neutral spine, tailbone heavy, ribs closed. Good, you got it guys. That little tremble should start to be creeping back in. We shifted the work. Okay, but still working really hard. Good, you guys. Good. Taking a glance in the mirror, making sure, I want to make sure that I'm doing exactly what I'm telling you. Stopping those knees over the hips. Good. Excellent, you guys. You got 4 more. Good. Last 3. Last 2. On your next one, you're going to hold those knees bent directly over the hips. Now, from the back line of the leg, 1 inch pulse out and in. Little extend and bend. It's tiny. All right, I want you to concentrate on the movement coming from where the glute and the hamstring meet. That little glam line right there. Good. Now, you're going to start to feel that left hip flexor turn on. Okay, what I want you to do is recommit to that core, that belly button pulling up and back, Okay, engage that core, because that's going to help relieve that hip flexor. Good. You got it. Stay with me. Whew. Good. We're here for 4. Last 3. Last 2. On the next one, holding those knees bent, you're going to unfold the back of the knee and then fold it back down. Nothing changes with the pelvis. Pelvis remains quiet. Tailbone remains glued down. Good. You're just unfolding at the knee and folding. Good. Unfolding straight up to the ceiling and then bending them back. Good. This is it. You're here for 6. Woo. You got a short spine stretch coming up in 5. Good. Last 4. Good. You've got 3. Last 2. Good, you guys. Let's go one more. One more for good measure. Good. Bring it up. Fold it in. And bring those knees all the way into the chest. Woo. Take that ball out. Hang up that long loop just for a minute because we're going to come into short spine stretch, but we're going to change our springs for that. So come on up. I'm going to take off my 1 blue spring, and I'm going to add on 2 red springs. Okay, so 2 heavier springs. 2 red on my machine. Okay, so if you're on another brand of reformer, 2 springs would probably be good, or you want to maybe leave that blue and add, or leave that light spring and add a heavier spring. All right, you're going to come all the way down on your back. Keep that ball with you, okay? Just set it down on your hips while you bring both legs into the straps. Now, I like the ball for this because it's going to help me keep those legs and hips moving together. If you don't want your ball, you don't need to have it, okay? This is definitely more of a feel-good stretch, and it still work, but I want you to think about your midline connection a little bit more with that ball. So, ball's going to come right at the ankle again. We're going to lengthen those legs up over the hips, but in that neutral position. So we want to get the tailbone in a glued down position. Now I know you have a lot of resistance here, okay? But from here, we're going to lengthen those legs all the way out into a lower hinge position. Okay, so right around the middle of the jump board height is where we want to be. All right, from here, pulling that belly button up and in. Okay, we're going to let the weight of the straps, arms are long by your side. Oh, and make sure your headrest is down for this. You do not want your headrest up. All right, arms long by your side. We're going to let the weight of the straps pull you up. So you're going to lengthen those legs out. They're going to draw the tailbone off the carriage. My low back's going to come up. I'm lifting up onto the tops of my shoulders. Okay, once you're there, you're going to bend the knees. And we're going to roll. We're articulating the spine though. So we're going to articulate the spine and allow 1 vertebrae at a time to come back to the carriage, glue that tailbone down, and lengthen the legs out from there. Good. Hold that neutral position. Let those legs come up. Let the weight of the straps pull you up. Tailbone lifts. Low back curls. Good. Lifting up onto the shoulders. You go as far as you feel comfortable. Bend your knees. And then 1 vertebrae at a time. We lay that back down on the carriage. Nice and controlled. Good. Glue the tailbone down and extend out through the legs. Good. Let those legs come up. Good. Let the tailbone peel. Good. Let the spine round. Lifting up. Good. Bend those knees. Good. 1 vertebrae at a time. We come back down. So that ball just helps us move both sides of the body at the same time together. Good. Lengthening those legs back out. Let's go 2 more times. Lifting those legs up. It just feels so good, right? It feels so good. The body don't want to stop. Good. Come on up. Hold. Bend those knees. Good. And then 1 vertebrae at a time. We lay it back to the carriage. Good. Glue the tailbone down. Extend those legs out. And last time, let the weight of the straps pick you up. Lifting, lifting, lifting. With control. Good. Bending at the knees. And then one vertebrae at a time, we roll it back down. Tailbone hits down. Lengthen those legs out. And bring those legs all the way in. All right, no more ball. Take the ball off, set it down on the side. Now you've got 2 red springs on, so be careful as you take those straps off. One strap at a time, you're gonna hang up behind you and stay on your back. Okay, now we're gonna press away from the jump board. So both feet flat on the jump board, arms long by your side, press away. Okay, now we're gonna bring the right knee into the chest, give it a nice little hug. Good, now from here, that right leg is gonna extend up towards the ceiling. We're gonna flex that foot, okay? And now we're gonna draw that leg closer to the chest, all right? With every exhale, I want you to open the back of the knee more. Reach the center of your heel further out, like an arrow is shooting out that leg. Reach, 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 reach. If you find that little tremble and shake, that's where I want you to be. Hold it there for 4. Good, last 3. Last 2. Good, let that leg release. We're gonna bend that right knee. The right ankle is gonna come across the left thigh. We're gonna bend the left knee. Okay, and pick that left foot off the jump board. Right hand laces through that window through the middle. Left hand grabs the back of the left thigh. Right elbow is gonna press that right inner thigh open as we draw that left thigh closer to the chest. Little figure 4 stretch. That left leg is gonna extend up to the ceiling. Okay, and now as you bend that left knee back down, it's gonna press that right ankle a little closer to the chest, allowing you to get a little deeper into that right glute. And hold that right there, hold that stretch. You're here for 4. Last 3. Good, last 2. Good, take that left foot back to the jump board. Right foot's gonna join it. You're gonna extend all the way back out to 2 straight legs. Left knee comes into the chest. Give it a nice little hug. Good, now that left leg is gonna go up towards the ceiling. Flex that foot, reach that heel for the ceiling. And on your exhale, you're gonna draw that left leg a little closer to the chest. Good, still working to open the back of the leg. Open up, reach and stretch. Right through the center of the heels where you wanna extend. Good, and hold it there. Once you find that tremble, hold it there. You're there for 4. Good, last 3. Good, last 2. Good, go ahead and bend that left knee again. Right knee bends as well. Left ankle comes across the right thigh. We lace those hands behind the right thigh. Left elbow presses that left inner thigh out. We draw that right thigh closer to the chest. Let's extend that right leg up to the ceiling. And as we bend that right knee again, it pushes that left ankle a little closer to the chest, getting deeper into that left glute. Hold it right there. Hold that stretch. Ooh, those glutes, they worked really hard today. You're here for 4. Good, last 3. Last 2. Good, go ahead and set that right foot back on the jump board, left leg 2. Press out one last time, just hold that long stretch right there. 2 big breaths, inhale. Exhale all that air out. Good, one more time. Inhale, expanding those ribs outbound. Exhale. Good, go ahead and let those knees bend, knees come into the chest. Give them one last hug. Rock that low back side to side, just give it a little massage. Guys, whew, you did it. You did it. Another 60-minute workout. Was not easy. I know that was tough on the glutes, tough on the hips, but you powered through. We did it together. Took a couple little breaks in there, a little balance challenge here and there, but amazing job. Amazing. I think I'm going to call that one holy shake. I was planning on calling it pass the ball, but that does not do it justice because that was the shakiest workout I've done in a while. Guys, excellent job. If you have comments for me, please leave them below the workout. Okay, I am happy to, I love seeing them, I love hearing them, and I will answer you for sure. If you want to reach out to me on social media, it is JessPFit on both Instagram and Facebook, so you can find me there as well, and I will return your DMs or comments. So I will see you next time. Nice job, you guys. And like this video. That helps me motivate you. Okay, guys, I'll see you next time.